Hi again.
Oh, we gotta be a whole different person now. There you go.
Hi again. He had the brilliant idea of doing a second video.
This is just in case she's not feeling well next week. So we're giving y'all two this week. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a double header.
Yes.
So we've come up with the question of, is it okay? Go ahead.
Is it okay what?
You wrote the question,
Is
right?
it okay for you to suggest,
Is it fair?
is it fair to suggest to your significant other or your partner that they change something about their physical appearance?
Yes.
Okay, and we ask this not in the way of just, oh well, we want you to maybe lose some weight just because, health wise or anything like that, but I just mean like physical features, the whole butt injections, implants, getting everything changed about you, even with somebody, losing weight that might already be small or whatever the case may be. So is it fair to do that to your significant other? What do you think?
I don't think so. I think there's better yet, let me step back. I think there's a very, very fine line about how you go about it. If you want your partner to lose weight for a health issue, that is okay, right? But there is a point where it can be an extreme, and that can cause mental anguish, thank you, towards them. So there's a very thin, fine line to that. But when it comes to, oh baby, I think you should change, I think your butt needs to be bigger, or I like your nose is too big, you should look into getting it smaller, or oh, you're starting to get wrinkles on your face, maybe you should get a lift or plastic surgery. In those senses, I don't think it's okay, because yes, people do get older, your appearance starts to change, but that's why you're staying with the person. You're not staying with them for their physical, well, hopefully you're not staying with them for
It's
their,
part of it.
right, it's part of it, but it's not the whole package. Hopefully the majority of why you're with this person is because of their personality, how they make you feel, why you love them and want to stay with them, not their physical attributes. You see some other gorgeous person walking by and you want that person to look like them. That's not fair to them. They love you for who you are. Why can't you do the same? Except in the case, like I mentioned, with health issues. Even if you are a bigger person, if you're healthy, then it's fine, But in the extreme cases where you're very obese and it's damaging to your life, then I would think, that's fine.
I think you should also keep in mind when you're, talking with your partner, that at different points of your relationship, your bodies are going to start to change. And when your bodies start to change, you may enjoy, your significant other as a certain type of look or style or things of that nature, but their bodies are different. So accepting them the way they are is kind of part of what you signed up for. If you just, harping on, oh, you got to go back to this, or you got to be that, or you got to be this, this size, or, remember when you used to do, wear your clothes like this, you get older, it changes. For the longest, her and I, we've been skinny all our entire lives.
Yes.
And then everybody always say, oh, wait till you have kids, or wait till you hit 30. We sitting up there, we still waiting.
Still waiting.
I recently started to gain some weight, and I'm just like, okay. And I have to constantly ask, is it okay? I'm not that big, but at the same time, it's just different. My body's different. I can't just gain weight, and I just can't lose weight the same way as I was. So even when you think about how you were back then, I think we all have a tendency to get tripped up on trying to live up to the expectations of who we used to be. And we get tripped up that way, in which we try to mimic what it was when we were 20 or when we were 15. It's like your bodies are not like that. So you shouldn't expect that from your significant other either, for them to feel that, oh, I have to change, I have to be this way. I think a deeper question as well we should ask, and this is not just to us but to y'all as well, is how much pressure do you put on yourselves to want to be a certain way for your significant other? And what I mean by that is, many oftentimes than not, it's not really the person that you love that's saying, hey, I need you to go, I want you to, get these implants, or I need you to, do this reduction or something like that. It's usually you saying it. And you saying, hey, I want to get this enhancement. I want to have this change. I want to, get some lipo. I do want to get, my tummy tucked, or get a facelift, or I want to get rid of these wrinkles, or whatever the case may be. And your significant other is looking at you saying, you're perfect. You're perfect just the way you are. And it becomes harder for some people in a relationship to accept that. So I don't know if it's a question that we should be answering in that case, but one will put out to y'all that, are we expecting too much from ourselves, and expecting, our significant other just to accept that we want this change? Or are we really asking too much of ourselves, trying to be this light of perfection, that we, especially with social media, has brought upon us? Yeah, I know it gets a little deep in that case, but a third level I'll give you is, if you have children, they're watching this. They're watching these changes happen, and they don't necessarily know what's going on or how to prepare for it, but they are seeing that mommy or daddy wants this change to their body, and they're going to come as a different person. Is that something that I should be pursuing as well? So I think it's just a few things you just got to really look out for. What up, Yenny? Lystra? Paul, what's good, baby? Everybody's on here. Rissa, yeah. So yeah, we did the second video. All of y'all woke up. That's what I'm talking about. That's how we did it. That's what we did it. But yeah, it's just that, from the heart itself, I just think that we have all these expectations, especially of who we used to be. And we got to stop trying to live up to that and accept each other as we are, as we're growing, and these imperfections. And I think you'll get so much more out of your relationships, so much more in learning about the changes within each other, and you'll have more to talk about in your relationship than, just saying, well, I want you to change, I want you to do this, I want you to look like that. And much of it is not really realistic. The mind and imagination can go to many levels. It's the richest place in the land is your imagination, but you got to live in some type of reality, when it's not just you're dealing with someone else, and then your expectations of yourself. So, yeah.
It's all in communication, too.
Gotta talk.
Yeah. He talks a lot. So, I've been trying to hold on to this and say this out loud, but okay, that's good, Lenny. Thank you. But it's all about communication, too. So you may feel that, you may want this. You see women out there that you think look more beautiful, or you can be more beautiful for your partner, but your partner sees you in this light. He loves you, or she loves you for who you are. But you, and everybody is guilty of this, they want to be, there's no such thing as perfect with people. It's very rare for someone to admit that everything about them is perfect. People will always pick an imperfection in them, right? If you ask anybody, what is one thing that you don't like about yourself? Or what is one feature that you don't particularly care about?
My feet.
Most people have a easier time identifying something that they don't like instead of the thing that they do. So it's like, well, Kalea, what's the part of you that you don't like? There's so many. But like, what part of you do you like? And I'm like, well, I like my smile. My smile and my eyes are nice. I know. I've been told I have really nice smiles. So that's what I like. But there are so many things in my mind as to it could be better that I'm guilty of it too. But the fact that you have a partner who tells you that you're perfect and that they love everything about you helps, you know, in not wanting to change yourself. And there are always people out there that you are just hard pressed to do it, and there's nothing that they can do, but that's self-esteem issues. There's nothing you can do that's going to keep them from not seeking that perfection, unfortunately.
Right. I mean, you just got to live with what you have.
And then there's the other side of the spectrum where there are partners out there that do want you to change. And in that case, I say, talk to them, let them know, hey, you know, this is not cool. You know, I don't try to change you. Why are you trying to change me? You know, and if the answer seems very narcissistic, self-centered, selfish, then that may be something you want to think about if you really want to be with this person. Yeah. If this is the right person for you to spend the rest of your life with.
I think all of our videos, we tend to bring up the area of red flags and flaws. You know, some of those things are red flags that you should, you know, pay attention
Absolutely.
to when somebody's trying to always change you. I mean, we get teased, you know, from a youth. When we were young, we got teased. I got teased, especially about my ears, especially. Mm-hmm. I grew into them finally, thank goodness.
I got teased because I was always small. So, I mean, it's nothing new. I've had to live with it. It's hard because I don't want to be this way, but it is what it is. But I had to deal with it when I was younger and getting teased and for wearing glasses and everything. So I had it rough too, but luckily I found this guy who loves me for who I am.
When I find him, I'll let her know.
Gosh. Sometimes I wonder though. But yeah, so that is just like a topic we just picked out.
Yeah,
and
just picked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
love yourselves.
Yes,
talk to each other.
Yes.
We'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Lay in Sha.